but it's definitely just receiving a lot of interference there, and just pausing over and over again for nothing. So I had to start over. So you guys, do check out the last video whenever it posts. I'm just gonna try to continue on from where I left off. Anyway, so the first card that came out, this is messages from Sojourner Truth. We had the Moon card. The Moon card was clarified with the Strength card, right? So I want to say this Orisha is, in particular, is which Orisha was this? I know the Orisha over thunderstorms, lightning, severe storms. I think that was that Oya? Let me see. Okay. So I was just telling you guys, I was trying to tell you guys about Oshumari, the androgynous Orisha. And they say that basically a lot of people describe him as man half of the year and female half of the other half of the year. But what I was getting to was how rainbows is a symbol of the covenant from the Most High with the chosen, or with, the children of the Most High, basically, the divine beings, right? The rainbow typically represents peace or ease after a storm or after chaos here. But as far as, where I got the Northeast, something about the Northeast. As far as, these colonizers, these strangers, these alien places, or these areas where, there's just a lot of renovation that needs to be made, that is being made at this time. You're going to see like a lot of storms, a lot of severe storms happening. Okay. Because they really try to throw me off as well. Alright, so something about travel as well. So blockages or, delays in travel while these things are happening or taking place here. These things are about to be removed, because we also had X2. X2 is the messenger between the Orishas, and basically the messengers here, right, on the earth. So the prophets. He also guards the crossroads. He guards the crossroads. And this is also talking about severing, putting an end to something. So a shift is taking place. Another one of the numbers that came up too, it meant turn. So what I was getting from the spirit realm is saying that it's our turn. So it's the matriarch's turn, right? It is the matriarch's turn to will justice, to conduct and lead, and and be in leadership at this time, right? To restore balance, right? So it's like basically saying y'all had y'all turn, y'all time is up, right? Y'all time is up, right? Because we had the King of Pentacles here, right? I'm hearing something about a peace offering, that these, masculines should be trying to make a peace offering at this time. And this is why I was getting Sojourner Truth heavily, because one of the things she said was, if men believe so strongly that, or if it was men, I'm sorry, if women was the ones that turned this world upside down, right? For example, Eve seduced Adam into sinning. So if women were responsible for that, why not put the responsibility back into women's hands to have them, repair that or fix that or turn things around all over again, right? But in a divine way, instead of trying to strip women of this power, or debilitate women so much, have them so dysfunctional. That's why we have this destruction of their reproductive health here, trying to take away their power, their strength. We have 444. So putting women in this, position, or in this more fragile, state of being or fragility, basically will only make them into slaves to men, when men will be their masters. And that's not that's not, you know, what needs to be the case here. That's what they've been trying to do, what they've been doing, and this is why we have all this chaos and destruction at this time. This is why things are as bad as they are now, right? So that's why we're seeing like a lot of, you know, things taking place here related to women, concerning women, right? And men, you know, being tread upon, being trampled by very strong, powerful, divine feminine forces here. Not just those that are in this realm, but also in the spirit realm. And they're working together. They're co-creating. They're co-producing these energies and these frequencies, this judgment, these endings and these beginnings. This is what's happening right now. Another thing too, this whole thing about women not respecting men and stuff like that. Women didn't respect men, but men have been in leadership for decades, but we didn't respect you enough to allow you to lead and be put in position and be put over us and dominion and stuff like that. But look what you have caused. Look what you have created as a result. So this is talking about, it's the women's turn now. It's the matriarch's turn. It's the feminine energy's turn now, right? And another thing too, this is talking about the power of divine feminines, or just about, you know, coming more into just how fierce and intense and powerful this energy is that we have, the divine feminine energy, the feminine energy in general, right? Because another thing she was talking about too was, you know, I'm just as powerful as a man. I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. I'm just as powerful. What makes me less powerful? What makes me, you know, count as, you know, more weak or whatever? And, you know, just like hysteria, how they make fun of or make humor out of women's sensitivity or out of their emotions and stuff like that. But it be these emotions that be causing these storms here. It be emotions that affect the weather, that manipulate the weather. I can, you know, cause, you know, peace to the storm. I can make it rain and thunderstorm out of my anger, out of my pain, or I can cause things to be more peaceful when I'm more at peace, right? I can cause things to be more joyous, you know. You know, women really do affect the weather. That feminine energy affects the weather. It's earth energy, right? Especially the water. So this is why these came out back to back. So what I was getting to was something, y'all, I really, you know, I hate to say this, but something about a hurricane or just weather with water and air in combination. So that can be many things. That can be just a thunderstorm, that can be a hurricane, that can be a tsunami, that can be anything with a combination of water and air happening as well. Okay, but earthquakes, so this is talking about all type of, you know, things going on in the weather as a result of these things, you know, this shift that's taking place. Like, it's our turn now. If you don't want to step down, you will be trampled down, you will be downtrodden, you will be subjugated, you will be forced to submit and move your ass out the fucking way, period. That's what's happening right now in the spirit realm. All right, so those were the cards that came out of the Orishas. Right, this is talking about these King of Pentacles now, these people, these men in leadership. Because we also got the Aries card that came out yesterday, right? All this destruction and chaos out of wanting to be most powerful. This makes me think about Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I don't know if you guys have seen like the new series on Netflix, but the Dark Lord or whatever, not Dark Lord, what's his name? The Dark High Priestess, he is so jealous of Sabrina and her power. He's so intimidated by her power, and you know, so he plays both sides, you know, very two-faced energy here to act like he's all for it, but in actuality he wants to subjugate all the female witches. He wants to subjugate all the powerful divine feminists, or just the powerful feminists in general who have magical powers and strength here. He wants to subjugate them, and so he's trying to work, it's talking about these patriarchal energies who are typically put in position here, but try to, you know, create this isolation and loneliness for women when it comes to them being able to be trailblazers, or, you know, to have power to wield justice or create foundations that actually help the land, help the people, right? So let me show you guys these other cards that came out. So it says a message in the numbers. So the numbers that they gave me was 4001, 127, 433, 423. Now the number that stood out to me though was in Kalima's messages, which was 6324. 6324. Now when I put up this number, I think this number meant this was the number that talked about a turn of events. Hold on. It's my turn. That's what I heard. It's our turn now. It's my turn. My turn. My turn. So something I was seeing too, in one part of Georgia, there's this lady that opened up this Confederate store, and the original owner was this racist ass white man or whatever that just died. I think he died earlier this year or some shit like that. And wow, I don't know why does this look like Sojourner Truth? That is wild. That looked just like her. I'm leaving that out. But this lady gonna go and reopen this racist ass store in Georgia, y'all. Wow. Basically I think on the day of, it was around Juneteenth holiday. Like, okay, your timing is not, suspicious at all, right? But the councilman of that particular city or that area stepped down from their position as a result. And it was a white man, it was an old white man. But basically, they just didn't want to be a part of that no more, right? Look, I'm telling you, it's something about this divine feminine energy here being restored, being healed. Deep healing here, which means some motherfuckers gonna have to get moved out the way. Some foundations gonna have to be destroyed. Some things, products, poisons, potions, customs that have been implemented by men are being destroyed. Hold on. Now, before more people started talking about, the issues or the effects of birth control and all these things, I remember like a few years ago, because I had my own, personal experiences with it or whatever. And I'm a researcher. Like I have a degree in psychology. That's all we did was research. So my fortune is in Scorpio. So I'm naturally like, I want to know what the fuck is going on. So I remember reading something about in the beginning of the formation of baby formulas, like creating these things and putting it out, and these these different chemists and whatever creating these elixirs and potions, which is sorcery. Okay, it's sorcery. Basically there was these different companies who were, it was like a trial and error type of thing. They would create their create their own version of their baby formula and stuff like that, and they would submit it to, I don't know if it was FDA or submit it to whatever higher class of people that's supposed to approve it. I really don't give a fuck. Anyway, these different people was submitting their versions of baby formula, this, that, and the third, and half of these things weren't even being thoroughly tested correctly. The chemicals that was being used or cultivated, they weren't even properly being tested, right? But these people were still allowed to put these things on the shelves, period. So I feel like that says a lot about how long people have ignorantly overlooked the ingredients of these things on the containers. Let me see. Baby formula. Okay. Just Us von Liebig, 1860 German chemist Justus von Liebig develops the first baby formula, a powdered mix of wheat flour, malt flour, potassium bicarbonate, and heated cow's milk. This is a hit in Europe, and by 1869 becomes available in the U.S. for $1. What the fuck? This was baby formula was created by a German chemist. Oh my fucking god. What does man look like? Oh my god, y'all. Like, look at this. Oh my god, I really hope y'all can see this. I really, really hope y'all can see this. Do y'all see this? Do you see what I see? It's not funny. It's fucked up. But look at that. The baby killer. It was 14:14 on the timer just now when I saw that. That is crazy. So something about Nestle. What? Y'all, like, I'm just, this man won't even show himself. Hold on. But I'm taken aback by that. This was created in Europe by a German chemist. Oh, no. So it started in Germany. In 1860, it was created and founded in Germany. And then by 1869, it was popular and a hit in Europe. And the Europeans brought it to the U.S. for profit. Becomes available in the U.S. for $1. Damn. Hold on, let me pull this dude up too. I want to see what he look like. And then his name, then he gonna have the nerve for his name to be Justice. Okay, Justice. We'll see. We're about to have some real, we're having some real justice now. Look at this. Look at this. This is the person that created baby formula. Oh my God. Y'all, they saying that this man also invented the mirror. It says, in 1835, German chemist Justus von Liebig developed a process for applying a thin layer of metallic silver to one side of a pane of clear glass. This technique was soon adapted and improved upon, allowing for the mass production of mirrors. Woo! Think about mirror magic. Trapping souls in mirrors. Conjuring spirits and demons and entities in mirrors. Portals. Oh shit. Okay, so this man was a Taurus? That's crazy how he was a Taurus and died in Taurus season. Whoa, so literally the womb, the body, the mother, earth energy. Y'all have to bear with me. Agriculture, chemistry. After learning pharmacy for about 6 months, he acquired a degree in chemistry from the Prussian University of Bonn. Received his doctorate from the university. What the fuck? That ain't... How you get that shit that fast? And then you just get approved to make baby formula. Like... Several ways in the use of inorganic fertilizers in several languages. He discovered that nitrogen was an essential plant nutrient. It presented his famous law of the minimum, which explained the effect of individual nutrients on crops. Oh, something about these companies too that create what they call pads and tampons and stuff like that, and these chemicals and these things. Oh, not just for that, but diapers and shit too, like the stuff that they use to make diapers, pads, tampons and stuff like that. So you guys about to see a whole like shift with that too. Getting rid of these toxic chemical based items that are directly applied by the reproductive system or the diaper rash because of the chemicals in the diapers. Where is this coming from? But you know that's the kind of stuff that happens when you be in people energy. I wonder if he got something to do with that too. Let me see. Cause you know, they use wood pulp and different things like that too. So it makes me think about the agriculture chemistry, cause this man is an agriculture chemist. Anyway, so let me go back to these baby formulas when they were first being created or introduced. Shoot, and I found one date that went as far as 1200. Like, what are you doing? Okay, he developed the first commercial baby food. Cow's milk based formulas made in Germany. Oh my god, that shit is wild. Oh my god. Okay, I see now. Wait, let me see. It's in early modern Europe and early America. Caregivers. Yo, a lot of this is connected to like places like Germany and Europe. Where are those? Hold on. Cause I'm trying to see something for real. What the fuck? The world map. Map of, oh, okay, whoa. I'm trying to figure out like where is the northeast? So the northeast is northeast where? I need to see the entire world map, like. Asia. Okay, I'm trying to double check before I say it. Okay, so China, Russia, Japan, Korea. That's why all that stuff going on over there? Yep. Beijing, Russia. Yeah, it's the same places. Okay. Where is Europe located? Yeah, and I don't feel bad for not knowing, bitch. I ain't from there. Hell. Where the hell is... Wait, is it America? Wait. Is it America? Hold on. What? It's 444 again. Structures, houses, stability, foundations. Okay. So, yeah, the French, Germany. Damn, United Kingdom. Something about these places receiving karma, heavy karma, under heavy judgment. Let's see. Okay, well, this must be it then. Yeah. So, North Atlantic. What countries? There you go. Thank you. This shit is already all right, baby. Okay, so the countries of Europe: Germany, France, Ukraine, Italy, United Kingdom, Poland, Netherlands, Switzerland, Greece. What the fuck? Y'all don't want me talking about these. What? Y'all don't want me talking about it? Switzerland, Greece, Austria, Sweden, Belgium, Croatia, Finland, Denmark, Norway, Ireland, Czech, Hungary, Romania, Serbia, Moldova, and so on and so forth. So Slovakia. Trying to see if there's anything that like stand out. The Vatican City. What the hell is that? I never heard of that place. Y'all ever heard of the Isle of Man? The Isle of Man. ISLE of Man. A self-governing British crown dependency in the Irish Sea between England and Ireland. So the Irish is known for its rugged medieval castles. Vikings. And there's 44 again. Their area code is 44. Let me look up this number. It keep coming up. Wait, let me finish looking up these other ones first. So 4001 was downtrading and trampling, subjugation. These individuals here, these arrogant individuals. I gotta go cook. To be corrupt morally. I said I was going to look at the other numbers first, but 444 means in the Hebrew dictionary to be corrupt morally or morally tainted. So these are talking about individuals who are morally tainted. To muddle, that is to turn, corrupt, become filthy. Wow. Becoming corrupt or being corrupt. So this is literally what these individuals do. They turn other people corrupt or cause other people to become corrupt here using different methods, including witchcraft, magic, and sorcery. These individuals in the Northeast, so they're under heavy judgment here, and a lot of it is through these storms. Wow, this is crazy. There's some disrespectful people. Let me see what 44 is. And then 44 is, my father is help, warrior of David, a Benjamite. I think Benjamin, wasn't Benjamin the youngest son? Well, he was the only son from Sarah? I forgot her name. My father is the help. So this is talking about us being helped, the children of the Most High being helped, being rescued from these tyrants, these tyrannical energies here. The mother coming to protect her own. This is what I got in the Cali message. So let me finish pulling these numbers out, and I'm going to read y'all these messages from Cali concerning this topic. So the next number was 127. So 127 is the ground or land. Ground as general tilled yielding substance. Piece of ground, a specific plot of land. Earth substance for building or constructing. Ground as earth's visible surface. Land, territory, country, whole inhabited earth. And the husband, so the patriarchal energy. And their entitlement, tyrannical, territorial energy over places that lands that never even really belong to them. Migrating to these lands to intentionally corrupt the people, to have them under their control and their will. Something about the soil, restoring the soil, restoring forms. It probably could be destroying some forms, restoring others. And land being returned. Okay, let me get these other numbers. Stay focused. Remain being authentic and detaching. Detaching from low vibrational energies. You don't have to allow yourself to be manipulated or pulled, drawn out by these energies anymore, because there's literally other forces taking care of it. Literally. That was just a random message. Because I'm definitely working through some energies in the moment. 433. Yellow hen. What? Oh. So 433 means a god or a false god. Wow, so I'm hearing stuff like, oh my God, like, you know how they come up like with their own, how they always make like a mediocre version or like a copy, a carbon copy of an Orisha, a deity, a god, goddess associated with melanated or like other descendants of people or like ascendants of people. I need to stop saying descendants because we are ascending, we're not descending. But how they would always make their own version of already established gods, goddesses, pharaohs, empress, emperors, high priestess, kings, and queens, whatever the case may be. And so something about, why aren't your gods helping you? Why aren't your false gods helping you? Why can't your false gods stop this tornado, stop this earthquake, stop this, stop that? Where's your real power? Like, where's the power that you claim you had, that you thought you had by stealing it from others, by harvesting off of others? Where's the power now? Where's your power now? So this is what, these are the kind of challenges they're being met with too in the spirit realm. This is crazy. All right. 4:33. Ooh, not Proverbs. I kind of want to see what that says. Proverbs 30. I feel like I read that recently. Proverbs 30. I am weary, God, but I can prevail. So you guys could be feeling like this, or those who are divine, you could be feeling like very exhausted because of all these things. It's been a long time coming. I am weary, God, but I can prevail. Surely I am only a brute, not a man. I do not have human understanding. I have not learned wisdom, nor have I attained the knowledge of the Holy One. Oh, so okay. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Whose hands have gathered up the wind? Who has wrapped up the waters in a cloak? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is the name of his son? Surely you know. Every word of God is flawless. He is a shield to those who take refuge in him. Do not add to his words, or he will rebuke. So this is talking about receiving judgment for adding to these sacred words here, or inscriptions. Do not add to his words, or he will rebuke you and prove you a liar. 2 things I asked of you, Lord. Do not refuse me before I die. Keep falsehood and lies far from me. Give me neither poverty nor riches, but give me only my daily bread. Otherwise, I may have too much and disown you and say, who is the Lord? Or I may become poor and steal, and so dishonor the name of my God. Do not slander a servant to their master, or they will curse you, and you will pay for it. There are those who curse their fathers and do not bless their mothers. Oh my God. Those who are pure in their own eyes, and yet are not cleansed of their filth. Those whose eyes are ever so haughty, whose glances are so disdainful. Those whose teeth are swords, and whose jaws are set with knives, to devour the poor from the earth, and the needy from among mankind. To devour the poor from the earth, and the needy from among mankind. Y'all gotta watch that first video, the first live that I did too, when I was talking about basically taking away from the poor, or from people who actually deserve these things, like these organs or like transplants and this, that. They would sometimes kill these people off, or they would have their own list of elitists who they will put in priority, who paid more money, right? They will put those people in priority over the people who actually spiritually deserve to have these things, or to have, to be healed to, that degree, right? So, and this is also talking about feeding on stillbirths, aborted fetuses, organizing gang violence, or organizing certain crimes, or different things like that in certain cities where it's mostly Latino, Hispanic, or black people and stuff like that, just to get these fluids and these organs from these people, like through funeral homes, whatever the case may be. But intentionally orchestrating violence here in order to get these vital organs and fluids and humors from people, whatever the case may be. Okay. The leech has 2 daughters. Give, give, they cry. There are 3 things that are never satisfied, 4 that never say enough. The grave, the barren, womb, land, which is never satisfied with water, and fire, which never says enough. That's powerful as fuck. There are 3 things that are never satisfied, 4 that never say enough. The grave, the barren womb, land, so grave, barren womb, and the land. Wow. Which is never satisfied with water, with love, with compassions, with emotion. Healthy creativity. Restoration. Rejuvenation. Being revitalized. This is crazy, bro. Being healed, being cleansed, being purified. And fire which never says enough. Anger, wrath, passion, lust, greed. The eye that mocks a father, that scorns an aged mother, will be pecked out by the ravens of the valley. Oh, I said ravens. What is a raven? The eye that mocks a father, that scorns an aged mother, will be pecked out by the ravens of the valley. Will be eaten by the vultures. This is talking about some deaths. Oh my God. There are 3 things that are too amazing for me, 4 that I do not understand. The way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on a rock, the way of a ship on the high seas, and the way of a man with a young woman. Wait, I gotta put my laptop in the charger. The way of a man with a young woman. Pedophilia. This is the way of an adulterous woman. She eats and wipes. Oh God. This is the way of an adulterous woman. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, I've done nothing wrong. Under 3 things the earth trembles. Under 4 it cannot bear up. A servant who becomes king. A godless fool who gets plenty to eat. A contemptible woman who gets married. And a servant who displaces her mistress. 4 things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. Ants are creatures of little strength, yet they store up their food in the summer. Hyraxes are creatures of little power, yet they make their home in the crags. Locusts have no king, yet they advance together in ranks. A lizard can be caught with the hand, yet it is found in kings' palaces. There are 3 things that are stately in their scribe. These are like parables. There are 3 things that are stately in their scribe. 4 that move with stately bearing. A lion, mighty among beasts, who retreats before nothing. A strutting rooster, a he-goat, and a king secure against revolt. If you play the fool and exalt yourself, or if you plan evil, clap your hand over your mouth. For as churning cream produces butter, and as twisting the nose produces blood, so stirring up anger produces strife. I'm telling you something about these masochists. Let me see. Isle of Man. I'm saying masochist. That's not even what I meant to say. Chauvinist. But I was saying masochist for a reason. A masochist is a person who derives sexual gratification from their own pain or humiliation. So the hostel, hospitals, this is why they're like synonymous in meaning. And then a hostel is a house of entertainment, right? We talked about that yesterday. These people making entertainment out of people's humiliation and torture. It makes me think about Jerry Springer, Maury, you know, these kind of shows that are literally founded on people humiliating themselves, like reality shows and shit. Right? So this is talking about elites finding humor and people suffering, and the poor suffering. Or people who they don't deem like valuable people, like aged mothers, or the elderly, or just certain people that they use for sport and pawn. They see people as pawns. And it gives them like a false sense of power and security. Okay. What was I about to look into? Chauvinist? I don't know how to say that. Probably saying it wrong. What is that word? I can't find it now. Is it chauvinistic? Let me see. If it's not this, I'm gonna have to move on, because male prejudice against women, the belief that men are superior in terms of ability, intelligence, and etc. So boom. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get to these Calimán messages, and let's end this. This is pretty much straight to the point. Where you at though? So, oh, I didn't tell y'all the let me get these out real quick. Boom. Alright, so the messages that came out was a message in the numbers, take heed. That's what we just did here. That's what you're being guided. So pay close attention to the numbers that you're receiving at this time. Different ways that the angels are communicating with you, what's going on around you. A taste of their own medicine. All curses, hexes, crosses, demonic magic return to senders with interest. So this is talking about these individuals here in the Northeast. Those places that I just mentioned. This is why we're seeing all these, this weather conflict going on in these areas here. And then we got, I reject them, and so have you. They hate us both. So that's a message from Ra. And then we have distributing poisons and potions to gain power, control, favor, and reverence. Reverence, what I just said about that hour. I mean, what I said about the honor, wanting to be honored and glorified. Arrogance, pride, deceit, leadership, covens, groups, scammers, building foundations on blood and suffering. How? By combining voodoo spell casting with customizable items without the consumer's awareness. So be mindful of buying these people's products, their clothes, for clout and shit, because a lot of these have hexes and spells attached and associated with them in order to control you, to glamour you, to make you love and want their things, to keep buying their things, to keep consuming their products, to keep them in power and control, right? Love spells to make you fall in love with these labels, right? With these images. It says these are individuals who sleep with and or carry out inappropriate sexual acts with children in secret. Now, the thing about wearing people's energy, like, oh, the energy of, like, are things being associated with people's energy. If this person has, like, sexual deviances or like imbalanced root chakra energy and stuff like that, and you're buying their items, their energy is on their items, this is stuff that you can conjure up about around you or within your energy. So just be mindful about that, right? So we have doubt in reverse came out as well. This is talking about removing all doubt or releasing doubt here. So those were those cards, my cards that came out. So let's read this message from Kalima. And we got number 6, Trauma Nagmo. Now this was really deep. So keep in mind that matriarchal energy, the divine feminine power, right? It's our turn. She arises instinctively, responding to a severe threat to your well-being, freedom, and sacred fulfillment. Her fierce form causes the impure to tremble and the pure of heart to move close. She is ferocious in her wrath against injustice. Dispense with thoughts of vengeance. Pray for mercy for all beings, especially those trapped in patterns of consciousness harmful toward themselves and others. Open your heart to her heart and allow her to attend to all matters of karma while you remain true to your higher self. This is why we had authentic with compassionate detachment, right? Kali is so responsive to those in need of her that she will manifest in unlimited forms to provide the necessary protections. Her fiercest forms manifest to support us in confronting powerful darkness within ourselves, others, and our world. In Tibetan Buddhism, a Dakini or sky dancer. Also, dancing will help facilitate these things as well. So just moving your energy, moving this energy out, moving out these blockages, just moving this energy around, having these things on your mind, or just releasing, or just thinking about freedom, thinking about expansion, thinking about breakthroughs, just having this type of energy on your mind, meditating on that energy specifically, right? Okay. Is a feminine spiritual being offering guidance and protection. The Dakini, known as Trauma Nagmo, and also a Kritek, is a fiercely protective divine feminine being upon whom we can meditate. As we place our focus upon her, we enter into her being for sanctuary. Her appearance is meant to be repelling for a spiritual purpose, not to keep us away from her. So allow any fear or aversion that arises as you contemplate her to rise and then fall away. This is how contemplation upon the sacred being becomes an act of spiritual cleansing and psychological release. As aversion dissipates, our sanctuary with her is activated from a pure, trusting heart, deflecting unwanted negative energies and psychic contaminants. Trauma Nagma is our black, wrathful mother of tantric wisdom. As our mother, she is available to all hearts who seek her protection, teachings, and assistance. She is a fiercer form of the already fierce Vajrayogini from the Tibetan spiritual tradition. As such, she takes spiritual protection to the highest level. She's associated with the Tibetan practice of Cha, which facilitates complete fearlessness, rapid spiritual growth, and the severing of attachment. The word Cha translates as cutting through. So that makes me think about Exu. This is Exu. Cutting through these fools, cutting through these foolish structures, foundations, crossroads. So another thing about the crossroads too, like yesterday I was talking about these individuals who were a part of these things, right? Because remember Ezekiel was talking about turning away from wickedness or turning away from evil and basically submitting to righteousness or becoming righteous or doing righteous things, right? So this is talking about individuals being met, you know, with that decision at this time. What side they're going to choose? What side are you going to be on, right? So this is talking about individuals, you know, exposing these companies or these people or their own families or whatever just to break away from this or from this wrath or from whatever karma that's attached, associated with them, trying to break away from this judgment here, right? So given opportunity to confess, to speak up, you know, to save, to co-create with the universe, with the Most High, and not with these demonic forces instead. So that's going on as well. But of course, you're going to have some selfish, entitled, arrogant people who are still going to attempt to stand their ground. They're going to be destroyed as a result. It's like either you're going to step down, you're going to be moved out the fucking way. Period. Alright, it says, Trauma Nagma's presence is in a reading indicates that you will outgrow any issue, even those so persistent as to last for a very long time, or that appear to be beyond your capacity to overcome. This comforting, powerful obstacle may be an attachment, stuck pattern, or unhealthy misuse of energy. It may be a set of circumstances you have created or that another has imposed upon you. It may relate to this or other lifetimes. Whatever the cause, her presence indicates it is time for it to end. As you move closer to her presence in your heart, you will be able to cut through the mental and emotional clinging to a particular outcome or interpretation. So the situation unravels rapidly, allowing for swift progress on your soul path. If you have felt as though the way forward in any matter of concern has been barred, her spiritual intervention to clear it is imminent. No obstacle can withstand her will. No suffering can continue in her presence. Her ways are exceptional and expedient, precise and effective. Liberation and enlightened empowerment are always the results of her activity. An expanded capacity to accomplish your sacred work is indicated, and it shall bring far-reaching benefits for all. Give up your notions of how things should be and seek the sanctuary in the wild, wrathful wisdom unfolding. It may seem to be a chaotic, bumpy ride at times, but there is a loving intelligence guiding the process, and you are safe. You may not understand her wisdom and method, but you can trust in what is happening, especially the things breaking apart or arising anew. Today is 6/22/2022, right? 22 is the number of structure, building, right? It's also a number of unity. Okay. Any pain you may be experiencing now is so much less than what would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. When a boundary needs to be set, it is not a time to play nice, nor to pacify people or circumstances, attempting to exploit your good nature. Trauma Nagmo shall not stand for such disrespect, and trying to keep the peace by cultivating behaviors that are not self-honoring will backfire. Authenticity with compassionate detachment is the only way forward now. Trust in her more than you trust in your doubts or fears. She has the power to bring about what needs to occur. Damn. And then the next card that came out was the number 3, Kaladara, for Cali. Let's see. Cali messages be so deep, though. I feel like I need to just do 2, but we'll just read those and we'll close it out. But this card is so beautiful. Oh my god. Boom. Something about the color red, like a wine red, wearing wine reds, wearing blues, purples, indigos, and greens. Okay. She is not bound by appearances, opinions, or material limitations. She is both the void and the infinite creative potential that arises from it. Damn. She is not bound by appearances, opinions, or material limitations. She is both the void and the infinite creative potential that arises from it. So you need to know this is your reflection. Do not be afraid of uncertainty. If you feel you are without resources, take comfort now. Wow. Where there is lack, she restores abundance. She can bring forth exquisite blessing and glorious manifestation from the sacred expanse of nothingness. Your soul can rely upon her completely. Cast your fears away. Hers is the power of the universe, combined within the generosity of grace. Grace has been coming up a lot for us these past few weeks. When hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kaladara arises as a reminder of the endless creativity and resourcefulness of the divine feminine. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Her love will always find a way. If the way does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how to move from where you are now to where you want to be, Kali's wisdom and grace manifest to provide what is needed at the perfect time. Prepare yourself by regularly connecting to your heart as you remain open to receive inner guidance on how to proceed. Also, take rest and be at peace in your connection with her. If inhibiting or obstructing forces are at work, she knows how to use them so that we grow stronger rather than weaker. And when the time is right, annihilates them, thus ceasing their influence over us or our affairs. If inhibiting or obstructing forces are at work, she knows how to use them so that we grow stronger rather than weaker. And when the time is right, divine timing annihilates them, thus ceasing their influence over us or our affairs. Wow, that is crazy. The presence of Kaladara reassures us that during those times when nothing appears to be happening in our outer world, there can be so much value of taking place. There can be so much of value taking place at an inner level. It is possible to learn how to see, sense, and feel the subtle inner workings of the soul. It requires a willingness to withdraw our faith from appearances and to no longer limit our sense of what is real to the physical world. We can practice dropping beneath the limited perceptions of the five senses by willingly entering into the sacred darkness of unknowing, the cosmic void. When one sense is minimized, others are heightened. When we are willing to let go of the idea that the physical world is absolute, we can develop our innate capacity for extraordinary extrasensory perception and tune into the sixth sense of the soul. We can learn to trust what we intuitively sense, even in the absence of external confirmation. Damn. When we intuit at such a level, we gain the ability to recognize the truth beyond appearances. Rather than seeing the surface of the earth as barren and becoming desperate, we can joyfully sense that within the depths of the soil, a seed is gathering life force and will soon crack open to become a lush green shoot, then a plant that blooms with flowers and fruit. Kaladara brings guidance that something barely discernible is stirring within, which has the potential to become a beautiful manifestation. She reminds us that nothing is ever hopeless, no matter how much the mind may believe so. Through trust in her, we become an active expression of the solution to any difficulty. Kali Kaladara bears the crescent moon. The moon in crescent form shows us there is light, but not full clarity. It does not mean that clarity does not exist, that the full light of the sun no longer exists, but that for a time there can only be partial vision or understanding. This needs not be a concern because we can trust in the Divine Mother who has complete understanding always. Where we are lacking in skill or capacity in any given moment, she more than makes up for the deficient. If what you sense lacks clarity, you need not worry, even those with excellent perception cannot know certain things. And that is no reason to be concerned. We can trust that the Divine Mother knows what is happening and what is needed. When the divine timing is right, you shall see the greater picture more clearly. Until then, proceed with care and only do what feels necessary in the moment, understanding that you shall have a different perspective later. The Oracle of Kaladara marks the ending of a cycle after the full moon Sagittarius, when things have gone as far as they can go. Oh my God. And the initiation of a fresh cycle following the black or new moon, when what has fallen away shall rise again in revised form. Our beloved Kali Kaladara, cosmic lunar priestess, is Bialari. It's so hard for me to say that. She who controls the changes taking place in the universe and our lives. We can trust her timing in our own process. Stay true to your inner work and know that your efforts shall bear fruit. This is a lot of love coming in, y'all. This is a lot of love that's here right now. Look at all this heart chakra energy. And that's 24. 24. Let's see. 12 and 12. So 12, 12, something about that number as well. Oh, 12, 12, introspection. Mutual introspection. That's the introspection card in my astro deck, the number 12. And I think that's something about your 12th house, looking into your 12th house here. And then also the 12th house is Pisces. So sensitivity, perception, being balanced or being restored or something about that. Okay, so Matangi. She is the tantric queen of outcasts, unveiling hidden inner power to thrive outside conventional society. She holds the secret teachings of the power of the voice, of the healing power of art and music. She is the divine feminine medicine for the lost, the alienated, those who have been cast aside. If you have been denied love and respect, she brings healing and empowerment. If you have suffered rejection, abandonment, or been labeled as unworthy in any way, she brings dignity and repair. She is the ignition of a creative, joyful, and vibrant life path. Wow. This is the shift. The ignition of a creative, joyful, and vibrant life path. That's the shift. The ninth of the wisdom goddess. Oya had 9 children. And I think the first 9 of her children were stillborn. And then she gave birth to another set of 9 children. So she gave it up as a sacrifice to the Most High, or to the Divine. Her 9 stillborn children. And then after those sacrifices, she was blessed with 9 more children through like twins. So some of you guys could be having twins and stuff like that. But I remember that. I remember reading that today about Oya. I think that was Oya. Yeah. So something about the number 9 as well. The 9th of the wisdom goddess. Mahathir Matangi is a wild goddess. So this is also talking about embracing your inner wild here. Right. Wow. Because that keep coming out too. I've been feeling called because I didn't finish reading my Women Who Run with Wolves book, but I've been feeling called to read that book this week. So some of you guys may be interested in that text. Okay, so wild goddess, sparkling green in color with a green parrot as her symbol. She dwells outside the confines of a polite society. This makes me think about a familiar. When it says about her green parrot as her symbol. Something about the birds communicating. She dwells outside the confines of polite society. She eats stale food, a symbol of her power in the realm that has been discarded or rejected, and her ability to source power from that which others cannot recognize as having value. So this is talking about this is talking about transmitting or transmuting negative energy that, most people might just feel like, okay, I just need to reverse this energy or send it back, But no, like this is talking about discovering creative ways to transmute all negative energies that you encounter or come towards your way or come at you or that's projected onto you. So things, because a lot of times this energy is deemed as invaluable, but it can always be transmuted or alchemized, right? Coal being alchemized into gold, that type of energy. Definitely not something that everybody, has the capacity to do, though. It takes a lot of strength and wisdom, discipline, patience. All right. Matangi sees worth where others are not capable of noticing it, let alone honoring it. She is for those souls going through the experience of being disrespected, discarded, not really seen, and not loved and valued for their true being. She is also for those who think and seek to live outside social, political, economic, or religious systems and can thrive best by doing so. Like, for example, I'm sitting here, I'm reading, I'm not even talking to nobody. Ain't nobody on my live, but I know this who I am. This is my true being. I'm going to keep being my true being. Just because people, that's like one of my cards says, the card that came out yesterday, the reading I did yesterday, it says the illusion of lack of support is intended to discourage you, but it's literally a test, right? So that's kind of what this energy is talking about. So people like us. Her association with pollution and unclean food represents her power to overcome impurity and toxic energies. Excuse me. These include poisons on all levels, from the many physical toxins in our modern world to actions that appear holy on the surface but are rotten at the core, to the emotional and psychological poisons that steal away our peace and freedom. For those who recognize the spiritually dysfunctional lifestyles that typify mainstream mentality, who may feel uncertain or vulnerable as to how to cultivate well-being and protect the planet for future generations, she provides strength, courage, and ingenuity. Matangi opens the sacred pathway that bypasses fear and moving with the crowd, releasing constrictions to the soul and allowing for authenticity and a deep inner aliveness to emerge. You'll know when this is happening because you will feel increasingly like yourself, responsible and free to create your path in life, while recognizing how trapped and deadened so many are around you. Damn. You will feel grateful that you don't fit in and determined to manifest something constructive with the gift of freedom and spiritual power that you've been able to access. Matangi is the liberator, and her appearance in a reading implies you cannot find fulfillment in the dreams another has dreamed for you, nor in the values that mainstream society holds. Oh my God. You have a path and a purpose that needs to break with societal conditioning. And sometimes that will mean experiencing what it is to be an outsider. However, you are never alone. And really, you belong to a soul tribe of unique beings with Matangi as our spiritual queen. There is nothing wrong with being different. You can find a way to belong that does not compromise your essential self, but rather frees and empowers you to belong to yourself fully. As the tantric emanation of Saraswati, Matangi opens us up to esoteric powers of speech. This is the realm of poetry, speaking, and writing that inspires and uplifts. The use of words in such a way that they have the power to change another state of being. Some may call this spell casting. A beautiful teaching associated with Matangi is that the devotee must treat all women with reverence and respect. She will not manifest her blessings where the divine, oh my God, she will not manifest her blessings where the feminine is criticized or desecrated. We use the power she gives to honor the sacred, and her power grows in us. To use such power to put another down is an act against the goddess and will not manifest any benefit. So Matangi's presence often indicates a time when we are learning this spiritual power and responsibility as our influence expands. In a reading, she augurs the overcoming of a toxic pattern or situation. If you have been feeling at the mercy of another person or situation, she reassures you that you have the spiritual power within to claim your energy as your own. She will assist in shedding psychic contaminations or residues from others, and you need have no fear. As Matangi operates outside systems and convention, if you are feeling afraid or victimized within a system of bureaucracy, for example, you are asked to seek sanctuary in her and trust in her overriding power. No fasts or other purification rituals, no initiations or other forms of teachings are required to practice Matangi's mantra. She encourages music and dance as a way to connect with her and receive her blessings. She reminds us that to the divine eye, we are lovable, worthy, and acceptable as we are. Hers is a joyful path of the heart. I don't think I need to say anything else. I don't need to say anything else. That was deep. That was deep. That was really deep. It's your girl, the Authentic Empress. I love you guys. That was very powerful. If you want to watch my video, I ask that you show your support and like it. And leave a comment if you will. But I will see you guys next time.